Hi, I'm Travis Lazarzik.
And I'm Evan Crawley.
We're here for the Kennebec Journal and Morning Sentinel at Messalonskee High School, where Messalonskee is getting ready for the season opening game on Friday night at Coney. Now, Evan, these are two teams that were contenders in the Pine Tree Conference Class B last year. They played twice. Coney won both, once in the regular season in the opening game like this year, and again in the playoffs. Coney graduated some talented players from their state championship team in Ben Lucas and Jonathan Sabin, Isaac Gingras. What do the Rams look like now?
The Rams should be solid again this year, Travis. You know, they bring back a strong core led by Reed Shostak and Taylor Carrier, both fine players in their own right, as well as lineman Elias Eunice. But what a lot of people will be looking at is how does quarterback Mitchell Karen, who was a defensive starter for them last year, how does he step in and play a position that, I mean, Ben Lucas was the best in the state last year.
Sure.
And but you know, throughout the whole preseason, Mitchell has said, you know, I'm not Ben Lucas. I am who I am, and he's not going to try to be that. A team that certainly knows about having a strong quarterback, though, is Messalonskee.
Set, ready, go!
Right, Messalonskee returns Jake Dexter, probably one of the better athletes in this conference at quarterback. He got a lot of experience there last year. Doesn't have a couple of his big weapons from last year in receiver Devin Warren and running back Corey McKenzie, who graduated. But the Eagles, while they don't have a lot of depth, only about 32 kids in the program, should have the talent to contend this year, and they'll get a good test on this opening night game. All right, when we return, we'll be joined by Messalonskee head coach Brad Bishop and a few of the Messalonskee Eagles. Guys, first, tell me about what you've liked out of your own team so far here in the preseason as we get ready for the first game.
Yeah, we got a pretty close group. I mean, these kids play hard, and we got 11 guys that can fly around a little bit. So we're happy about that.
What are you expecting out of Coney on Friday night?
Expecting a little bit of a fight. I think we got a good enough team. I think we're going there, we'll do pretty good.
They've got some different guys from the team this year, obviously, like you guys do as well. Did you learn anything that maybe you can use in the two games you played against them last year?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely well coached. I mean, they got a lot of skilled guys and got some real good players over there. So, you know, we want to keep the ball as long as we can, limit the big plays because, you know, they can get you on any down, pretty explosive, and so we want to be careful on defense and just want to play a good game. Can't be turning it over against them.
Guys, thanks for your time.
No problem, thank you.
One, two, three. Homer, Jake Doyon.
Okay, Evan, let's look at some other games around the region. We'll start in Western Class D, where the Winthrop Monmouth team has a big test with Lisbon.
Should be a good game. You know, obviously Winthrop and Monmouth are going through a little bit of a transition, going from Joel Stone to Dave St. Hilaire. But you know, so far from what I've seen, I've been to a few practices, and they seem to be adapting well. But they'll certainly have their hands full with Lisbon. I watched Lisbon scrimmage against Oak Hill last week, and you know, they've got some big bodies, and they should be, again, I mean, those are two teams that should find themselves in the playoff mix at the season's end.
Another new head coach is in Eastern C. We're talking about Waterville, where Matt Gilley takes over for Frank Knight, who coached there for 2 decades. The Purple Panthers have a good test in Foxcroft Academy on Saturday afternoon. They're a season opener. One of the better regular season games of the year in Eastern C last year, when Waterville went to Foxcroft and won 20-19 when they stuffed a 2-point conversion with about 2 minutes to go in the game. So that should kind of give Gilley and his Panthers a good test, good idea of where they rank. Their running game, led by Danny Pooler, should be just excellent with running back and lineman, I should say, Ben Cox, Corey Alfano. This should be a good test for the Panthers.
Yep, there are a number of good games on the schedule this week, though, Travis. And for more on those, people can log on to centralmaine.com or pick up the Kennebec Journal or Morning Sentinel on Friday, where we'll have capsules of all of our area games.
All right, that's it for us from here, and we'll see you guys next week on Gridiron Gurus.